Well, hello everybody. It's July the 11th. We made it to Sauter Village Campground, which is in Archbald, Ohio. And just a couple of things that I wanted to mention to you. We have now driven, I checked the mileage from Newport, Oregon to here, 6,698 miles. I was thinking we were going to drive about 9,000 on this trip, but that's obvious that it's going to be way more than that. Probably going to be 10, because and the reason for that is, like, for example, when we were in North Dakota, I think we drove about 1,000 miles and we went to see Mount Rushmore and all of that other cool stuff, which was very cool. Just a couple of observations. We did make it through that rainstorm. You saw that on the last video. That was crazy. I couldn't get it on video, but I saw this guy come scooting up on the left side of me. I was doing, the 40-ish. I'm thinking that pile of water that he's going into, that puddle, that little VW, he's going sideways. So I put my foot in it a little bit to get in front of him because I didn't want to go sideways in front of me. And man, he came up on my side, going too fast. And I'm telling you, it was like he put the brakes on. I bet he had to go home and change his underwear. Anyway, we made it through that. And then as we crossed, once we started getting out of that, there was an area that was totally without power for probably, 10 miles or something, which is kind of weird. But, the weather was crazy. The wind was crazy. And then pretty soon it changed from going from the south to the north to being on the tail, which was okay, but it was still so strong, even coming on the tail of the truck, coming from behind, that I kept my speed to about 50-ish, 55-ish, because you just don't want to tip over. I don't think that's possible, but being safe is always the way to go. So as we got out of the weather and started enjoying northern Indiana and northern Ohio, hold this thing back. Oh man, I'm telling you, 20's the bomb. I mean, it's just 2-lane road through all these cool little towns. It's beautiful. Rachel's taken a lot of pictures. We've seen a lot of cool things. So yeah, 20 was very rewarding once we got out of the stress of being in that rainstorm. As I mentioned, with the wipers on at high speed, I was still at 40 miles an hour thinking, man, I'm like, this is as fast as I should be going here. And at one point I looked, it was a 4-lane, 20 is a 4-lane at that section when it was really bad. And I looked back and there was probably 15 or 20 cars behind me, and they weren't passing me. They were like, you know what, that guy up there, we're just going to keep on his tail and not pass. There were a lot of people that passed, but they weren't going terribly fast. We came across 20 and we got to Highway 66 in Fayette, Fayette, Ohio. Cute little town. And when we got there, as soon as we turned the corner, I told Rachel, I said, something's going on down the road there, because you could see that they had the road blocked off. Well, there was a small tornado that went across there. And the cop, he said, where are you from? Where are you going? And I told him, and he said, well, you can't go that way. He said, you look right there, you can see that tree came down, and there's trees in the path, and we saw several trees in the path that have been ripped out, and a roof ripped off a house. And, I'm not trying to make anything more than it is, but we had stopped in the town just a little ways before that, Fayette, because we saw a antique store. Yeah, we got a problem. We got a problem with antique stores. It's like a meth person, and it's like drugs. Anyway, Rachel found something really cool in there, and I found an oil can I've never seen before, so now I got that in my collection. Sorry, kids, you're going to have to deal with it someday. But they're worth money. They're worth money. It's not just like I'm a hoarder, okay? Just don't think I'm a hoarder. I know you kids think I'm a hoarder. Maybe you don't. I don't know. Anyway, so we stopped and spent, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes. If we'd have been a little further down the road, we might have been right in that little tornado. I don't know. I'm not trying to make anything more than it is, but it's just like, thank you, God, for not having us there at that time. I don't know what could have happened. A tree go down on the trailer or something like that. It wouldn't have been good. So we're in camp now. There's no power here because they say they had a little small tornado right by here and it took out the power. So it's really humid here, really humid. But we're just chilling out, enjoying life. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next time.